Youngblood by Australia's 5 Seconds of Summer. Oh yeah, they're Aussies. Yeah, topping the charts all over the world, you know. Great song. Great banger to pull out at pub gigs. But it's bloody tuned to semitone down. How freaking annoying is that? And it's also got a kind of arpeggiated passage in the chorus. Which is a wonderful part, but it's not simple to play. So I'm going to show you how I do it at covers gigs without needing a second guitar tuned down or without being the world's swiftest cross-picking genius. So first of all, those tenths for the verse. So we've got a G minor, F, B flat, and E flat. Repeats the E flat and the F. That's your pattern. Nice and simple. The only note we're missing there is the low E flat, so that sounds fine to me. A second guitar comes in over that, so if you've got two guitarists in your band, or if your bass player can handle those tenths, then you can play this part. Now, on the original, this has a delay on it, a bit of an echo, slapback echo. But I think it's just two notes. Now that little pattern continues over the pre-chorus that occurs in the first verse. That pre-chorus just goes E flat, F, G minor, and B flat. Youngblood. Then we're into the chorus. Now the chorus, the first time through...
Hey, Dad.
Okay, so the first time the chorus comes in, it's just the root notes played in a shuffle or swing pattern. 1 and 2 and 3. So G, F, B flat, E flat, E flat, F. So the same chord progression as the verse, but now we're playing it with that rockin' sort of feel. So after that occurs, then we've got the tricky part. So the first time the G minor comes in this section, it's got a ninth in it, which is the A note here on the second fret of the G string. So the way I'm playing it is, it's a little bit of a stretch, the first one. I've got my thumb on the G root note. I've got my pinky on the G root note on the 5th fret of the D string, and then my first finger on the A note on the 2nd fret of the G string. So the first pattern, the way I hear it, sounds like this. So we've got G, A, G, B flat, G, A. And I like to do it with hybrid picking. So I'm using my middle finger to pluck the G string. So it's the same two notes with my first finger on the G string, but I let go of my thumb on the G note and I'm using my 3rd and 4th fingers on the 5th fret of the A and D strings to play the notes out of that G minor chord. Then it simply goes to an F bar chord, 1st fret, and we just cross pick the top 4 strings. Then up to a B flat, where we do the same thing. All of this is muted with the heel of your hand. You've got to keep those strings palm muted. Then the next chord is the E flat, and we don't have our low root note for this one. So the way I'm playing it, I've got my 2nd finger on the 5th fret of the D string, that's a G note. I've got my 3rd finger on the 6th fret of the E string, that's a B flat note, and my pinky on the 6th fret of the A string, which is our root note, the E flat. So I've got that sound. It's like a little E chord, but I've moved it up a string and up 4 frets. Then to add the 9th, this chord has the 9th in it as well, I use my 1st finger back here on the D string at the 3rd fret. So the basic pattern is that I'm using my pick on that B flat on the top string, then my middle finger to pluck the E flat note on the A string, pick the top string again, middle finger to pluck the G note on the D string, B flat note on top again with the pick, middle finger to pluck that F note on the 3rd fret of the D string. And so with this one, I like to play it starting on beat 1, then I miss one note where the low E flat note would occur, And then I just do the original pattern again twice. So all together it's like this. 3 and a, 4 and a. So we go back to that F again, down at the first fret, cross picking the first 4 strings. Then it all starts again. So that's it. It's not too hard when you see it like that. The tricky thing can be cleanly cross picking those the F and the B flat chords. So there's different ways, there's different techniques for that. You might want to try sweeping across the first 3, then hybrid picking with your middle finger that A note on the second fret of the G string before coming back up. That's not too bad. I find the cross picking thing isn't too bad. It's not a blistering tempo, it's just not easy. Now, to let you in on a secret, once we're into the song and I'm trying to do backups and I'm rocking out, I just do the same pattern for pretty much every chord. So
nobody's gonna know.
I mean, that sounds pretty cool anyway.
Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know. How would they know?
But I'm doing the exact same pattern for every chord. I'm adding the 9th to every chord, so I'm leaving the root notes out. I've got the G minor there. Then instead of going here for the F, I'm going here. I'm adding the 9th to it, move down a string, and then to our E flat at the end. So that way, my right hand is just going hybrid, like downwards pick with the plectrum, upwards pluck with the middle finger. But 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So it frees up my mind to be able to concentrate on what else is going on or what else I might need to contribute to the song.
They're gonna know.
I'm not saying you should cheat or be lazy, but you know, no one's ever come up to me and told me I got it wrong. Don't forget to head on over to Patreon to find all my tabs and lessons and everything, and help me out with a little bit of support, which will keep me sitting here with this beautiful Les Paul in my hands. Thanks.